just with playing with Luka on this level, but also not affecting Austin Reeves, who's been balling as well. The Lakers and LeBron James, to me, might be the most compelling story in the NBA. And I think this firing of Nico Harrison, which ultimately brings even more attention to Luka, brings more attention to the storyline I just brought up. To that, you say what?
I say that LeBron James is 40, about to be 41 in year 23. But if there's a player that I know will not have a problem figuring out from a basketball smarts perspective how he fits in, I think it'll be him. I think the bigger question is, what is he going to look like? Like, what kind of LeBron James are we going to see back on the floor? He hasn't played in such a long time. He dealt with a knee injury. Now he's dealing with this sciatica, which is an injury that happens as you get older. And so I'm curious to see how he looks, what kind of LeBron James we're going to get when he's on the floor. But from a basketball smarts perspective, this is the first time we're seeing LeBron James in a position where he's on the floor and he's not the only number one alpha. This is Luka Doncic's team. The moment they went and traded for Luka Doncic, the Lakers did in February, this became his team. Now, whether they wanted to just admit it publicly, he's the face of this franchise. With or without LeBron James on the roster, he's going to remain the face of the franchise. Everything they do is him, his stamp of approval. It's no longer with the LeBron James input and all of that. But listen, LeBron is a legend. He's a guy, we don't know how much longer he's going to play. If there's a player that's going to figure this out, though, and figure out his role, I think it's going to be.
He's a legend. He's a legend. He's one of the greatest. Mount Rushmore basketball. We would never take that away from him. I'm just interested, and I'm not even thinking about Luka because Luka's going to have the ball in his hands. So I'm not worried about Luka. I'm thinking about LeBron with an Austin Reeves and others because of the way they've been playing with Reeves.
Exactly. And what Reeves is doing, he's looking like an all-star, an all-NBA player right now. Luka Doncic, already we know what he's capable of. He's an MVP candidate. Like, I think LeBron's sitting back probably saying that if there were any questions about this team, you're getting a lot of answers. This team is clearly a contender. This is clearly a team that's competing at a really high level. And then you insert a guy that was a top 15 player a year ago. I think the sky's the limit for this team. But yeah, I mean, you have to let AR be who AR is, and you have to let Luka play like how Luka is.
I'm thinking if LeBron
I think he'll do that.
I'm thinking if LeBron doesn't have an effect, a negative effect on Austin Reeves, and I'm not saying he will, because I don't think he will, because he is a basketball savant. So I'm thinking about him, I'm thinking about Luka. If LeBron James comes back and he figures out, which we know he's fully capable of doing, to be just as effective, albeit in a different kind of manner, being that wide receiver per se, playing in the post a little bit more per se. If LeBron figures that out, Lakers will go to the finals. Lakers go to the finals, man. They got a chance. Last comment from you.
This whole trade and like what we're gonna see from the fallout of it, and you know, if Luka Doncic isn't playing at this level that we're seeing right now, if the Lakers aren't winning at this level, if the situations are reversed, Nico Harrison is still employed. This is the biggest what have you done for me, the biggest results-based business move that we've seen. Nico put it all out on the line for this trade, and I just can't fathom how ironic it is that February 9 months ago, Luka Doncic was traded with a calf strain, and now Nico Harrison is fired while Anthony Davis is out with a calf strain.
And that's it. And Anthony Davis, like you said, is 6 years older. And that's ultimately what doomed your faith. It ain't even about Anthony Davis's game, because we know when he's healthy, he's good for 28 and 12 a night. It's really about the fact that he's unavailable, and that's what you traded a superstar 6 years his junior for. That's really what it comes down to. Shams Charania, you are the best.
I have one more final word.
Please, go ahead.
Basketball gods,
Please, go ahead.
The basketball gods, whatever was with the Luka Doncic trade, the basketball gods were not on the Mavericks side at all.
At all. The one and only Shams Charania, the best in the business, the ultimate NBA insider, right here on the Stephen A. Smith Show, Sirius XM Mad Dog Sports Radio. Shams, appreciate you, my man. Go do your thing, man. We'll talk later. Take care.
Thanks, Stephen.
All right.
You.
He's the best in the business. Make no mistake about it. Proud to have him as a teammate at ESPN. There's nobody better in the world when it comes to basketball insider information than Shams Charania. Take it from me. 888 Mad Dog 6 is the number to call up. It's 888-623-3646. You're listening live to the Stephen A. Smith Show, Sirius XM Mad Dog Sports Radio. Lots to get into about some NFL action, particularly with the Eagles beating the Green Bay Packers last night 10-7. What does that mean for the whole NFC and the NFL picture, the championship picture? We got a lot to get into about that. You just heard me talking to Shams Charania about the Dallas Mavericks firing GM Nico Harrison because the trade for Luka Doncic to LA for Anthony Davis clearly has not worked out for the Dallas Mavericks, who are 3-8 on the year and is ranked 14th out of 15 different teams in the Western Conference of the NBA. And obviously, by the way, with the way Luka Doncic is playing, looking like a potential MVP candidate right now, I think it's a two-horse race between him and Victor Wembanyama, and San Antonio's 8-2 and the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. It's getting very, very interesting because ultimately, with the way the Lakers are looking without LeBron James, imagine how they could look once LeBron James returns, which means all eyes are going to be on LeBron James when he gets back. There's a whole bunch of stuff to get into, and I'm here for it. 888 Mad Dog 6, that's 888-623-3646. More of the Stephen A. Smith Show. Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio. Back with you in a minute.
Stopped in Charlotte on Monday, and the story of the night was the return of this man right here, Austin Reeves, who had missed 3 games recovering from a groin injury, but he picked up right where he left off. 24 points, 5 boards, 7 assists in just 29 minutes of action. Here's Austin on his injury, which happened in the Lakers' win over the Heat last week. On this 5-game road trip date with the champs on Wednesday night, give me your top 2 takeaways from the win. Brez, I'll go with you first.
I'm not going to deviate too far from the guy we were just listening to, Austin Reeves, BT. He goes away for a little bit and he comes right back and picks up right where he left off. So impressed by the full AR package. I mean, I'll tell you what, BT, I would love to be his agent right around now because he's gonna make a few bucks next summer, and deservedly so. And just the grit, the determination. I don't care if I was undrafted 10 years ago. 100 years ago, whatever it was, I'm going to make myself into a very big NBA player. It's been a fun progression to BT. The conversation started here for us about a year ago. Is he making the Lakers? Like, did they have a big 3 and one of the best big 3s in the league? With of course, him, AD at the time, substitute Luka. And the answer is clearly yes. I would say they are probably the best big 3 after maybe some OKC trios out there. He's fun to watch. And BT, he's still so good with the media, too. Love talking to him. Love hearing what he has to say.
Jeter, because I knew Brez would take Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
Because that's what he does. He steals.
Easy way out.
And speaking of steals, my guy
You went with value.
is Marcus Smart. He's become my favorite player.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's tough. He plays great defense.
Good interview.
Great interview. He had 7 steals in the game against.
Yeah, Charlotte, ridiculous.
And he's second in the NBA in steals, 2.3 per game. Let's not forget, this young man was the defensive player of the year, playing for the dreaded Boston Celtics. He's been all defense several times, and he's just tough, and he's a leader. He's someone, especially someone for DeAndre Ayton, looks up to. And so does Luka Doncic. So he is my guy. He is the one I think that he's tough like you want him to be tough, and he's smart, and he's engaging with his teammates. So that's my guy right there.
Got to have toughness to win in the NBA.
Yes, you do.
100% agree with that. All right, Brez, who's your second one?
BT, really strong of you to take a former Celtic. I know you got to put some pride aside for that, but I'm going to go with the fact that the Lakers have definitely started to distance themselves from a bunch of teams that they were kind of clumped together with in the West about a month ago. What am I talking about? They're clearly better than the Dallas Mavericks, who are 3-8. The Clippers are 2-7, BT. What is that all about? And these are all teams that people said, you know, this is kind of the 4-8, 4-9 range. They're a couple games better than Golden State so far. And record-wise, they're still better than Houston and Minnesota at this point. You would think, okay, they're going to get LeBron back at some point this month, maybe even next week, BT. He's already practicing with the G Leaguers. So you think it would improve. But I just love how, you know, most preseason prognostications had like, okay, OKC's going to be 1, Denver's going to be 2, maybe Houston's 3, and then all the rest. Well, the Lakers are hanging out at 3 right now, and they beat the number 2 team, San Antonio, with a chance to take out the top team in the West right now tomorrow in OKC.
By the way, Denver does look really good as well, and they have a big 3 because you got to add in Aaron Gordon. So the West is loaded, and the Lakers are right in the hunt. As Brez says, what's your number 2?
For me, it's going to be Rui. I'm liking Rui right now. I mean, he's 4th in the team in scoring, by the other hand. He's shooting almost 60% from the field, 52.3, something like that, from 3-point range. And how about this? J.J. Redick talked about his defense. Now we need J.J. to talk about his rebounding, which would mean he's got to rebound some more for that to happen. But he's big, he's strong, and he's someone that's willing to take big-time shots. J.J. mentioned a few nights ago that Rui can go 8 minutes in a game without taking a shot and put up a hit big three.
Yeah, which is like 30 minutes in real time. he
Yes,
said.
it is.
Yeah, it's true story.
So Rui is my guy. I think played really well for them. The dunks, playing hard. Let's get some more rebounds, Rui, and I like it even more.
Yeah, the efficiency has
Yes.
been fantastic from Rui, and he has been a big part of this 8-3 stretch without LeBron James. All right, it's pretty rare when Luka Doncic doesn't grab one of the top storylines of the night, but the numbers never lie. Luka dominant for the Lakers once again in last night's win. He finished with 38, 6 boards, 7 assists in Charlotte. But first things first, Luka got a dunk last night where he looked like he could have gone for 50 without really trying. He was in a groove, a rhythm, setting a tone, and much different than the way they came out in Atlanta, Brez. And you could tell, Luka said, I'm going to get this going early on for us, and he was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, that was a weird game, the Atlanta game. You know, they had some guys sitting out, the Hawks did, and still, you know, the Lakers just frankly didn't come to play. Not the case in Charlotte. And BT, you and I have covered some of these games at Charlotte over the years. Some of those Kobe Shaq teams, Kobe Pau teams, always seemed to trip up in this city. That was not the case last night. And Luka was a big reason why. He said, okay, I'm going to be responsible for 52 points with my assists and my point totals. It's just incredible what he's doing, BT. You're not supposed to score this many points and still keep your teammates as involved as he does. And oftentimes he doesn't always get the assist. You know, it's the assist that leads to the pass, that leads to the easy bucket. But still, to do two things. Look, if you're a point guard, you're usually good at one of two. You're either a scorer or you're a distributor. Rarely can those two intersect as often as they have this season. He's averaging almost 40 points a game, BT, and still keeping everybody involved.
They had to win that game last night, Charlotte, because you don't want to go down.
Don't want to slip
You
down.
missed your first two, lose your first two games.
Although
instead of
OKC
road
and
trip.
Milwaukee still in the
Right,
too.
right. No, so having Luka play the way he did, and let's be honest, that was his first dunk. Argue with his teammates. You know,
Count the and one.
they had one dunk that's like Brazilian dunker playing, 6-man basketball. And he's a